Alright, so here we are again. I don't remember what I was talking about, but you know, it'll come around. Solid Snake. Ooh, Metal Gear. Man, what can I say? Sometimes the view is better from the rear, right? Fuel watch here again. Just seeing a pump right there. Looking good. Everything looking good. Nothing to worry about, right? Just be happy. Like good old Marley would say, hey, be happy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, you know, so it's been good. You know, 4 trips in right now. We did two mackerel. It's been a lot of mix though. You know, first time. It was like last trip we you know, we went out, got some mackerel and came back to Dutch and then went back out for our 24-hour steam-free yellowfin. It was, never seen that before. Anyway, you know, unique. It's been interesting. We got a lot of the guys going home. I heard that there's supposed to be a lot of guys coming, but Hector seems to be saying that we're not going to have a lot of guys. So, you know, that's why we're going for the gold. Regardless, man, you know, the story ain't told till it's over. And that fat lady singing, you know what I'm saying? She in the ring with her wings singing like, you know, so that's why I say sing, girl, sing. Sing your heart out. Sing your soul loud, you know? Anyway, back to the story here. Back to trip 4, right? Trip 5, we get on trip 5 now. Trip, let me check on a second. I'll check that later, but for the year, what is it? Trip, we're looking at trip, probably trip 19 or 20, I think, probably. And, you know, everything's looking pretty good, you know? I think everything's looking pretty good. You know, the victories over just over there. Maybe I'll show you in a minute if I can get a good shot. But they got hit. The Spirit was over here too, because Joey, you know, he moved over to the Spirit. He was telling me that he was hearing about the victory. You know, they got hit pretty bad. You know, one person had a little tiny injury, nothing too serious from what I hear. But it did do some damage. There was one metal bar that almost impaled, went through this guy's pillow, so he would have been impaled had he been there. So thank God that, you know, it looks like pretty much no serious injuries to any human life. Sacred soul, you know. The human life. I was talking with Bang, you know, too, and he was like, you know, we were talking about where did this, you know, what happened? Was it a bliss, or was it, you know, bliss oblige? Was it legal talk, or was it fucking fees that knocked this? Was it, you know, what was it, you know, where did it come from? Or is it just something that had to be done? A lot of stories will say that it was, you know, some kind of alien force, whether it was foreign spiritually or whether it was foreign in a more non-metaphysical manner, you know what I'm saying? Like some gelatinous gray, or, you know, everybody's got something to say. Anyway, like I said, Marshall Beyond Summers, you know, a lot of different people have a lot of things to say, you know, and America's a free country, and I think we need to live in a free world, right? We need to live in a free world, and, you know, a lot of people say that America's not a free country, and I understand that, you know, and I do. I mean, even though, you know, my family, you know, I mean, again, y'all watch and know, you know what I'm saying, it's like September 18th, 1775, you know, my maternal line landed, you know, here, so we've been here since before this, Constitution, Declaration, all that, but you know, religious freedom, you know what I'm saying, speak your mind, that's kind of the whole thing, right? Freedom of speech, and this is, you know, the topic, right? People be like, well, you know, you can't just say whatever you want, and that's not the point, right? You can't scream fire in a crowd. 10,000. We just reached 10,000, so we're going to good. Yeah, doing good. All looking good. Anyway, the point is that, you know, you can't scream fire in a crowded building, right? That's not freedom of speech. That's fucking abuse. That's dumb shit. So you can say whatever you want, but you have to understand you're responsible for what you say. So just be mindful of your words. And that's kind of what I'm, you know what I'm saying, right? We speak life, speak love, and not just love, but that kindness, you know what I'm saying, that respect, you know what I'm saying, that the deck knows what, you know? Because when you want the deck, man, you know, your life depends on your brothers and your, you're dealing with waters that don't know the human soul the way we do. So back to the story. Called Yoshika last night, but she didn't pick up, and I'm guessing that's because she didn't, you know, recognize the number, which is fine. I left her a message, and I'm sure she'd be happy to hear from me, but might be a little angry too. But what can I say? I miss my mom, and I only got one woman in my family I can talk to, so. You know, it's not that Yoshika has to do, it's just that, you know, I miss her too, and she don't call me, so. Anyway, Vera would always say the same thing about her brother. Anyway, my mother, you know, the doves and the cover, you know, when they talk about hovering craft, but I say act a Daft Punk, man. Police say what's in the trunk. Yo, I got body bags, bro. I got bodies to snag, and I got tagged up, but I'm not no fucking act. You know what I'm about to say. No, I'm back to 7. Back to 7 here. You know what the deal, you know, the story goes like this. The story goes like this. Further back, you know, I mean, that's the thing, actually. We trace a lot of the maternal line from the Germans, you know, coming to America back then. You get the English too, John Ross and all that, but, you know, you got a lot of German, you know, history, Deutschland. And, you know, that's one of those things, you know, it's people. You know, Hitler's that first guy, right, who people think of as the Germans. And, you know, we can't blame nobody for that, because that's the way that... Malu? Jose, is Malu over there? Malu? Malu? No. Yo. Malu is our foreman. Fair man. Good guy, man. Mr. Cool, you know. You don't play nobody for a fool. As far as I can tell, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the way I say it, for real. Always treated me fairly. You know, so he's, I don't know where he is, but we're new over here looking for him. What else? So anyway, we got family. We're talking about family. We got the matrilineal. You know, it's great. See, I want to go to the store. I want to go to the store. I gotta finish my fuel watch here. I gotta make sure we're at full capacity before we go back out. So for safety, you know, that we can get where we need to go and back. Right? That's the whole point of the fuel and watching that fuel. But I mentioned Solid Snake. I mentioned Solid Snake because, well, you know, my brother, Liquid, he's not Liquid. We got Melissa here, Observer. We got Phil, too. Fuel watch bow. Yeah, see, there's our, I think you already saw public deck, but, you know, we here at Dutch Harbor, like I don't think I mentioned already, but I haven't seen longshoremen yet. But, you know, they're around. When there's a fisherman, there's a longshoreman. Plus, I'm kind of starting to hope for mar, you know what I'm saying? Something for mar. I see, you know, mar. Or, you know, so in different ways. But snow, no, what I'm talking about, probably. It's not cold out right now, which is good. And last fuel watch was cold as shit. I was out here, I think I was even wet, cold as shit. That's Malu right there. Yeah, I guess I should get into the history of this company, though. You know, I remember when Mr. Ferris and I were talking, and he was telling me about, he was telling me proudly about how Sam Young Moon, started this company, and again, I mean, what can I say? He's a CEO, and I don't know how, I don't think I've ever seen anybody that, is in the fishing business that don't work like hell, I mean, maybe I might have seen a glimpse, but not really, because if you want a boat,
what time are you off?
8.
Okay, you're on.
It's that boat life, I mean, even on the dock, that's what I'm saying, though. Even on the dock, you're gonna be, when the fish are in, you working, so it's similar to the boat. The Sun Myung Moon, right? Because he said that the ocean is a vast, untapped resource, and that's right. I mean, the fishing business has changed a lot. I was reading an article, actually, my man Sean Joyce sent me about the fishing industry, and how Sun Myung Moon changed the industry, because it's funny, actually. A lot of people don't know how much Asian influenced, Western diet, with seafood and sushi, and how much that obviously impacted the industry of fishing. But I know. And when he sent me that article, it was entertaining. It was, Wall Street Journal or New York Times or whatever, but, it was good, well written, but it was stuff that was not really new to me, so I wasn't blown away at all, really. I mean, again, good article, but, in a lot of ways, boring. Nonetheless, getting back to the story of the company here, right? So, that's the thing. You don't have to be a fisherman to know. You could be a scientist, like one of the observers. You could be a lot of different things to know how much the sea is an untapped resource. Like the last frontier, you could say. And we got Trident right over there. Seafood's another great company, from what all my people tell me. Just had the Coast Guard come through, make sure. But Bobby was saying that it's been, 22 years or whatever since he had that happen. And I don't know, maybe it was probably because of the Victory. They had to check out the Victory, Victory had that incident, so that's why they're around, and I bet they're just like, well, we might as well do it, you know. Anyway, you know, and I remember Malo was telling me just the other day. He was saying how like you know. Malo was telling me the other day. He was saying, you know, like the fishing has changed so much since he's started, and you know, and again, I get that. I mean, it's changed so much since, you know, since I've been in it. You know what I mean? But like, I guess I think that, you know, that's the thing. It's become a little bit. What's the right word? I'll find that word. So I'll put this on pause and come back to it.